So, how you doing?
Okay. It helps to stay off my feet. Actually, things are going pretty well. And I expect them to get even better.
Ever the optimist, aren't you? I wish I could take a little bit of that undying faith and you could stick it in a bottle and loan it to me.
Why? What's wrong?
What else? Whitney. Actually, I thought I'd find her here with you.
Sorry. She hasn't been able to talk to me much. She's just been so upset. I wish I could do something for her.
Well, that makes two of us because she won't even look at me.
Can't blame her for withdrawing. Anyone would be in shock to find out your lover, the man you were about to marry, is your long-lost half-brother.
It's not fair, but we didn't know, Whitney. We were just innocent pawns in some horrible game other people were playing with our lives.
Chad, you don't understand.
When you said there's something important you wanted me to know, what is it?
Oh, my God.
Whitney, there's nothing you can't tell me. Right, we're in this together. We're both trying to cope with this horrible shock that's turned our lives upside down.
It's not as bad for you, Chad.
Of course it is. Whitney, we're not alone. And we can still be close. We can still be there for one another.
You can't do that, Chad. You can't ever touch me again.
Oh, Eve.
The children hate us. And I can't even say that I blame them.
I'm so hoping that Fox will be able to convince Chad to change his mind, but... You know, I even offered Chad his own division of Crane Industries where he could start his own record label, but I...
So generous, Julian.
Guess it wasn't enough. Looks like our son doesn't want any part of it or this family.
There's got to be something that we can do.
Maybe we just have to be patient. Maybe in time, Chad and Whitney will get over the shock of learning that they were brother and sister, and they'll move on, meet other people, fall in love. Maybe they'll forget this ever happened.
I don't know. Time didn't change anything for us. Both got married and had families with other people. We still never completely got over our feelings for each other.
I hope and pray that it'll be different for Chad and Whitney. I just hope that somehow, some way, they can find the strength to move on, fall in love. Damn my father for what he did to our children. Damn him to hell.
What do you think he meant about a plane landing in Harmony that could bring the cranes down in flames?
God only knows. I mean, what else could that man possibly have up his sleeve?
Paloma must have gone out the back door. Maybe she went looking for the Wheelers.
You told her I was on my way down from the main house to see her, right?
Yeah, well, Mama, you know, she's nervous, too. I mean, let's not forget, as mature as Paloma is, she's still the baby sister, and...
Right.
This is all new to her.
I can't wait to lay my eyes on my baby girl. My precious Paloma.
Well, surely you're too astute to be harboring little girl fantasies of a loving homecoming with the family who tossed you away like garbage when you were a child.
I asked Luis about it, and he said that they had financial problems. They had a reason to give me up.
And you bought into that tired old story? Well, look where your mother and sister Teresa have been living. I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but your family's tricked you into coming here.
Tricked me?
Manipulated you, sold you a bill of goods, whatever you want to call it. Of course, maybe the truth is too unpleasant for you to take. Or maybe it doesn't bother you to be used by your own flesh and blood.
I don't know what to think. Who are you anyway? How do you know so much about my family?
You're in harmony now. Everyone knows all there is to know about the Lopez Fitzgeralds.
Except me.
My point exactly. Trust me, the only reason your brother Luis went down to Mexico to fetch you home was a selfish one. He wanted to cheer up your sick mother. He doesn't give a damn about you.
He said he did.
How else could he convince you to come back with him? If you'd want to believe me, that's your prerogative, but I'd say your family's actions speak for themselves. Have they ever come to Mexico to bring you home before this?
No.
No, because they were too busy for you. Your brothers, your sister Teresa, your own mama. And we won't even get into your no-good father who abandoned you along with the rest of them.
Martin, I am so scared. I haven't been up at that big house in so long.
I won't let Alistair hurt you. I promise.
How can you say that? He murdered Antonio, he kidnapped Paloma. He tried to murder Luis and Sheridan as well as the both of us.
That's why he has to be dealt with. Don't worry. I came prepared.
Martin.
Alistair will never hurt anyone we care about ever again.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Now, that was unnerving, the way Alistair spoke about what's going to happen. He really did seem to be frightened.
I know, even when Luis was about to expose his crimes at the Founders' Day dance, he was cool about it, but now it's... I wonder who was on that plane that's about to land in Harmony.
Well, maybe he didn't mean it literally.
Maybe. I just can't imagine things getting any worse than they already are.
Well, no offense, Julian, but I don't care about any threat to Alistair. Just as long as it doesn't hurt Whitney and Chad. God knows they've suffered enough already.
I would do anything for them.
Well, if Alistair is planning to hurt them more than he already has, what can we do to protect them?
Find out what he has planned and try and stop him.
Did you find Paloma, mijo?
No, sorry. There's no sign of Paloma or the Wheelers outside the cottage. But you know what? I'll bet they just went for a walk in the grounds.
It is odd, though. I mean, she was just in the bedroom a few minutes ago unpacking.
Maybe she changed her mind about wanting to see me, you know. She had a lot of doubts about coming home.
No, Mama, we worked all that out in Mexico. In fact, she was really excited to see both you and Teresa.
Yeah, she couldn't wait.
Right. I guess maybe she's just as nervous as I am. We'll have a wonderful reunion.
Right. You don't think anything's happened to her, do you? I mean, after all that my father tried to pull on us in Mexico?
No.
What are you talking about, Sheridan? What about your father?
Nothing at all.
Oh.
You know, I'm gonna go find Paloma and the Wheelers, okay?
Okay.
All right, just lock the door and don't let anyone in while I'm gone, okay? Okay. I'll be back.
Careful. You're afraid something's happened to my little girl, aren't you?
Pilar, look, just don't get yourself worked up. You just got out of the hospital.
If anything else happens to any of my children, I will do more than get worked up. I will surely die.
Dear God, Martin, where did you get that?
I hid it in the cottage years ago in case I ever needed it. It's old, but it still works. And it's loaded. Why don't you go on back to the cottage? I'll let you know when it's over.
No, I won't do that. I have to be there. You would not be in this situation if it were not for me.
I'll never regret taking you away from him, Catherine. He would have killed you.
Perhaps. But You have given up so much to save a good friend. And it's time that I repay that selfless act of courage. I am going to be there and face Alistair with you.
Why should I believe you? I don't even know who you are.
Consider me a friend. Someone who doesn't want you to be taken in by your family's false words of acceptance and love. Unless, as I suggested, you prefer to be blind to what's obvious to everyone else.
No, no.
I thought not. You strike me as a young woman of exceptional spirit and intelligence. Your brother Luis only brought you to Harmony because he needs you here to cheer up your sick mother, not because he wants you. None of them do, really. Just know that as soon as Luis uses you, he'll toss you aside the same way your mother did when you were a small child. I hope you didn't pack too large a bag, because you'll be hustled back onto a plane to Mexico so fast your head'll spin.
I can't believe that. The Wheelers would have warned me. They know me since I was very young.
Ah, the Wheelers. Poor girl. They'll lie to you, too. Tell you it's a wonderful thing that you've come to Harmony to reunite with your family, but they're no more to be trusted than the rest of them.
But they even came here with me.
Only so they could dump you back on your real family. Mark my words, they'll be gone, out of your life forever before you know it. I wouldn't be surprised if they leave you without so much as a goodbye.
They wouldn't do that. And you still haven't told me who you are. Why should I trust you? Who are you?
Paloma, are you all right? Who are you talking to?
I can't imagine how I'd feel if I found out the man I was planning to marry is my half-brother.
I'm really worried about her. I can't find her anywhere.
Well, she probably just needs some time alone. And besides, I'm not sure that you're someone she wants to see right now.
Why? Because it's my family that's done this to her?
You can't blame her for hiding from you.
I guess not. It's just that I'd do anything to help her, to make up for what my family's done. When she sees these newspapers...
Why? What's in it?
You don't know?
No. Oh, no. It's bad enough this has happened at all, but for her relationship to be splashed all over the newspapers, this will kill her.
That's why I gotta find her. I need to warn her before she sees that.
Who would do this?
Who else? Alistair.
What a pig!
Teresa, are you sure you don't know where Whitney could be?
If I did, I would tell you.
It's just... I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to forgive myself for what my family's done to her. And the least I can do is try to get to her before that latest piece of sleaze does. She doesn't deserve this. Not Whitney.
You still love her, don't you?
Chad, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? You can't do that.
Hey, come on, it's me. And you can't just ignore everything we meant to each other.
Everything we've meant to each other is disgusting. It's revolting. It's unspeakably horrible. Why is it so hard for you to understand? We can't be near each other.
Honey, please don't say that. I still love you.
Stop it.
I don't mean the way I did before. Okay, I know we're half brother and sister now, but I can't just turn off the feelings I had for you.
Well, you have to, okay? You have to, because it's wrong. We've committed the worst possible sin that there is.
No, we haven't. Sinning requires knowledge, and we didn't know we were brother and sister when we made love.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We did it, and it's wrong. It's a mistake that we're gonna have to live with the rest of our lives.
No, I don't agree with that. So a horrible, shocking curveball has been thrown at us. We can't just lay down and die. We have to find a way to pick our lives up and move on in some meaningful way.
I can't have this baby. I'm having an abortion. Father, you don't understand. I didn't go through with the abortion.
Whitney, the worst is behind us now.
No, Chad, it's not. It's only just beginning.
You are my passion for life.
Something's going on that you're not telling me, Sheridan. Now, what really happened in Mexico that has you and Luis so frightened?
Really, it's nothing for you to worry yourself over.
Sheridan, please. My son just ran out of here scared to death for Paloma's safety, and I want to know why.
Promise me you won't get excited, okay? Because you just barely got out of the hospital.
I will get excited if you keep these secrets from me.
Okay. Here, sit down. There was some trouble when we were down in Mexico. My father tried to strand us in the jungle.
After what he did to Antonio, he tried to kill you and Luis.
And Paloma and the Wheelers. But we managed to outwit him. It was a close call, though.
Why? Why? I know he's always hated the thought of you and Luis being together, but Paloma and her godparents, what are they to Alistair?
I don't know. I can't answer that. I mean, he doesn't even know them.
I always knew that Alistair was cruel and ruthless. You'd have to be to steal our baby. And I could almost understand that because you were his only son and you were involved with a black woman and he just couldn't stand the thought of a mixed-race grandchild.
I will never forgive myself for letting him break us up, for not finding our son until now.
Julian, this is not about you. This is about Alistair and his cold-blooded tactics. I mean, even I'm surprised at the lengths that he would go to hurt Whitney and Chad.
I mean, he knew Chad and Whitney were in love with each other, and then when they went through that bad patch, he encouraged Chad to pursue Whitney again. It's more than diabolical. It's unhuman.
What's the matter with him, Julian? I mean, why does he take such pleasure in causing pain to everyone around him?
You're asking me. I've wondered that myself for a long, long time.
Could it have been the death of your mother? Maybe he was so heartbroken he felt like he just had to lash out at everyone around him?
I don't know. I know that I adored my mother, and so did Sheridan, even though she was just a little girl when Mother died. But my father, I don't know if he did.
Really? But I thought he was mad about her.
He was mad about her in the way that someone could be mad about a very expensive possession. But to tell you the truth, I don't think that he was ever nice to her. She was kind and gentle and so caring, and he was cold and sarcastic, and there were so many threats and yelling and all that yelling.
Why did Starlet have to die?
Well, she didn't really die, Sheridan. Her spirit lived on through her children, and they kept Wilbur company.
You're such a good brother to your little sister, Julian.
I like reading to her, Mom. She believes everything.
Well, it's time for sleep.
But I want Julian to read more.
Well, okay, just a little more, and then lights out, okay?
Cool.
What are you doing in here, Catherine?
I was just saying goodnight to the children.
I didn't tell you you could leave our room. You're coming with me.
Stop it. It hurts, and I'll be with you as soon as I kiss the children goodnight.
If you want to kiss someone so badly, you can kiss your husband.
Leave her alone. She doesn't want to kiss you.
Shut up and go to sleep. Your mother's coming with me. How dare you leave our bed to visit the children? You get back where you belong. You shirked your wifely duties long enough.
Alistair, I'm not feeling well.
Now, Catherine, no more lollygagging.
Stop it. You're hurting me. Please let me go.
Mommy! I want my mommy!
My poor dear mother. I had blocked how truly awful it was between her.
What's wrong, Paloma? Who were you talking to just now?
Nobody. I was talking to myself.
We could have sworn you were with someone.
No.
Darling, you're shaking. You look so upset.
No, not at all. You scared me. I thought it was the owner of this mansion, that he could be angry with me for trespassing.
What are you doing here?
My mother was on her way to Sheridan's cottage, and I got nervous and went out for a walk. I was looking for the two of you.
Well, it's understandable, darling, that you're nervous. It's been such a long time.
Well, while I was out, I saw this huge house, and I couldn't help myself. The door was open, and I wandered inside.
An unlocked door? That's not like the Cranes.
I wouldn't know about that.
Come on. It's okay. Hey. You okay?
I'm okay. It's just so strange being here. I mean, it's been decorated differently, but it's ice cold. It's the same. It's a house, not a home.
Hi, thank God. I didn't know where you'd all gone.
Louis, she just needed a little air before she sees her mother again. It's been such a long time. Anybody would be shaky.
I guess. Just don't do that again, okay? Especially after everything that happened down in Mexico. Are you ready to see Mama now?
I don't know.
No, it'll be fine, okay? Look, she's dying to see you. Come on. Are you guys coming? You still haven't met my mother.
You know what? I'll be along. Why don't you go?
Oh, no, I want to
just
stay
go
here.
on. I'll catch up with you a little later.
All right. Oh, please be careful.
Better to do this alone. This way, no one else will get hurt.
Don't even try to lie to me, Fox. I can see how much you love Whitney. It's in your eyes when you think about her, and in your voice when you say her name.
So what if I do? I've loved her from the first moment I saw her. When I look at her, my heart does cartwheels in my chest. I can barely string two words together when I speak to her. No woman has ever done that to me.
No one?
I'm sorry, Teresa. I didn't mean that as an insult. I did care about you, and what we had was...
You don't have to explain. It was the same for me. I still love you in a way. It's just, it was different between me and Ethan. Same as it is for you and Whitney.
I knew you'd understand. Maybe we should have stayed together. Might have been easier for everybody.
Less complicated for sure, but it never would have worked in the long run. Not with us being the kind of people that we are. Anyway, I love Whitney as much as you do. And I can't stand seeing her go through all this.
I mean, what kind of sick joke is this that the man upstairs would allow her to get involved with a guy that turns out to be her half-brother? I mean, it's just not fair.
I would give anything for this to have been some awful mistake.
Me too. But Eve Russell and my father already tried to disprove it with a new DNA test, and apparently it's all true. Funny thing is I was prepared to give her up to Chad. Walk away from her forever.
You can't expect me to believe that.
You don't have to believe it, but it's true. Whitney brings out things in me that I never even knew existed. I want to get that smile back on her face, you know? I want to get the twinkle back in her eye. I just don't know how to make it happen.
Well, the one thing that won't make Whitney feel better is being with Chad. She's free now, Fox.
Meaning?
Don't tell me it hasn't occurred to you already. Maybe you still have a chance to win her heart.
Maybe I do.
Whitney, why are you saying this? The worst has to be over.
You don't know, Chad. You just don't know.
What are you talking about, Whitney? What could possibly be worse than what we've already been through? How can anything be worse than finding out we're brother and sister? Don't shut me out, Whitney. There's something else I deserve to know. I mean, it's bad enough everybody else kept us in the dark this long. And tell me what's got you so upset.
You know, honestly, Chad, you don't want to know.
You saw the tabloids, right?
What tabloid? Is there something in the newspaper about me and you?
I wanted to break it to you more gently, but I didn't want you to see until I told you, but...
Wait a second. Oh my God! How did they... So now everyone in the world knows that we're brother and sister? And now everybody's gonna know about it.
About what? What else is there for everybody to know, Whitney? What's going on in that head of yours?
Okay. You deserve to know the truth.
Okay. Okay, what is it?
I'm...
Oh, poor darling. It must have been so hard for you to lose your mother at such an early age.
She was special. She was kind. She was gentle. She was the exact opposite of father.
I don't know why she'd marry him in the first place.
I don't think she knew what he was like inside. And one of the most difficult parts of losing Mother was the way it affected Sheridan.
She was just a little girl.
Yeah, she was so scared. I tried to protect her, to show her that she was loved, to make her know that I'd be there for her. But Father sent her off to school in Europe.
That's so cruel. Guess he wasn't very much of a role model for you.
That's no excuse. I will never, ever forgive myself for following in his footsteps and becoming just as lousy of a father to my kids.
No, you weren't nearly as bad as he was.
I was never there for them. You can ask Fox if you don't believe me. I think that's one of the reasons I wanted so much to find our son, to have the chance to be a good father for once.
Well, I'm sure one day Chad will let you in.
I'm not. In my way, I've damaged him just as much as Alistair damaged me and damaged Sheridan.
I've got to tell you, I've never seen Mama so excited about anything as she is about seeing you again. Everything okay?
Yes, it is. But I left my scarf up at the main house. I think I'm just gonna go back and get it.
All right. Well, we'll see you at the cottage then, okay?
Great, thanks. Martin, I hope I'm not too late to help you.
Testing. Testing. Strange being here in this house on this estate. Thank God that I was able to convince Catherine to leave me here alone. I don't want her exposed to what's about to happen between Alistair and me. Even if I do manage to kill Alistair, I'll probably not make it off the grounds alive. One of his guards will shoot me on sight. I don't want to die, but it's worth my life to get rid of Alistair. And Louise, my boy Louise, you won't have to risk going to jail for his murder, and my and Catherine's family can finally be free of that bastard's cruelty. If you're listening to this, Catherine, know that I loved you. And may God look after our families. I need you to do something for me, Catherine, if I don't make it out of here alive. I need you to tell Pilar and the children how much I love them. Let them know that I never would have left them if there'd been any other way to save your life. Over time, I did fall in love with you. I know that might be difficult for my children to understand, but there was no other way that we could return home with Alistair still alive. Tell Pilar that not a day went by when I didn't think about her and want her happiness. And I can only hope that she and the children will understand and perhaps someday forgive me. You can finally tell Sheridan and Julian that you're their mother. You'll like that. I love you, Catherine.
You have thought about going after Whitney, haven't you?
I love her. How could I not?
Oh, you do realize you have to give her some time. The pain is still too fresh.
What she needs now, more than anything, are her friends.
But you're not thinking of her as a friend.
She doesn't need to know that.
Just don't push her too hard, okay? She can't take that. She's very sensitive. And it's going to take her some time to deal with all this.
I have all the time in the world. As long as she ends up with me.
I can't. Whitney, please. Just say it. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad. You look so scared, baby. You gotta tell me what's got you so upset.
No.
No.
It's nothing. Really, it's nothing. But I just need... I need some space. And I need you to just leave me alone, okay?
What if Paloma's in danger? Luis could be in danger as well. I want to go find him, Sheridan.
You promised me that if I told you the truth, you would not get upset.
Sheridan, please. My baby girl has been away from me most of her life. And you're telling me that she's been in grave danger. She just came home. Please, I want to go find her now.
Please don't get upset. All right, I'm sure Luis will find her and he will bring her here.
Mama. Someone here to see you.
you. Oh, come on. Welcome home. She's home. She's home.
You know, I've got to find out what my father's up to. Something is going on that has him completely unnerved.
Well, maybe I can help you find out. Here we are in this together.
I have a fool for a son. He'll never learn my secrets unless or until I want him to, and I don't. He already thinks his mother's dead, so it won't make any difference when I kill her, along with her two-bit lover, Martin. Yes.
I just hope and pray that Pilar and my children will understand why I left them before telling them who I really was. Alistair must die.
I can't let Martin do this alone. He's already given up so much for me, way too much.
Excuse me. What are you doing here?
Julian, what is it?
Mother? Mother?
They don't want me, and I hate this place.
Mother. Oh my God. Alistair must be in the library. Freeze!
Fox would make a fabulous husband and father.
NBC tonight on an all-new medical investigation. Get help now. A resort overrun by a deadly disease.
Whatever's infecting them is spreading fast.
You are not gonna die.
If everyone leaves the island before we find a source, then more people will get sick.
Now, clue by clue,
We need to quarantine your daughter.
Can't expect me to give you my little girl.
You don't have a choice.
they will discover their worst fears.
It's no longer a situation. It's an outbreak.
Oh, what is that?
An all-new medical investigation. NBC tonight.